Welcome to 1 Minute What the Hell. So here we are playing Streets of Rage on the Sega Genesis. As you can see here, we have that famous Streets of Rage introduction right here. This happens to be the Japanese version of the game right here, as you can see there. And it's called Bare Knuckle in Japan, but it's Streets of Rage in every other region of the world. And we have 3 characters you can choose from in this game: Adam, Axel, and Blaze. And this right here is pretty much where the game starts. This game is also available on the Nintendo 3DS, which I was actually playing it earlier. They actually converted it to 3D, which is pretty cool. This is definitely a classic game on the Sega Genesis. It's going to definitely get a good review. Well, let's explore the reasons why it's going to get a good review. The cult favorite amongst a lot of Genesis fans. And the one reason why is that back when beat 'em up games were fairly new, this game pretty much set the standard. And really gave Genesis gamers a reason to own the Sega Genesis. This game was awesome. This game came out around when the Sega Genesis was fairly new, so the 16-bit graphics look a little primitive compared to, let's say, Streets of Rage number 2 and 3. But this was one of the first beat 'em up games where you can actually use weapons. And of course there was, say, Double Dragon and all those games, Final Fight, but this game right here had quite a few weapons you can use in the game that a lot of the other games did not have, like steel pipes, baseball bats, all kinds of stuff. And you also had the option to do this right here. Push the A button. You can actually use this as a weapon. You have a partner that comes in on the police vehicle and shoots off a rocket launcher. And of course I just wasted one of my power things right there, but you can also smash telephone moves, all kinds of stuff. And the action in the game is quite interesting because you can get a lot of on-screen characters at once with no slowdowns. And you just beat the shit out of them. The music was a cult favorite amongst Sega Genesis fans and gamers alike. I know in Streets of Rage number 2, they actually have additional moves that you can do. Like, I know you can run, you can tap forward twice and hit the punch button, and you can actually execute different moves, which is pretty cool. Streets of Rage 1, you couldn't really do that as of yet, but it still had its fair share of gameplay, where the game was actually pretty awesome. So see there, you can actually German suplex your enemy onto another enemy, which is pretty cool. So for those wrestling fans out there, you will enjoy that. You can see the posters in the background moving right there. Very, very nice textures. Let me see if we can fit them right here. It's been a while since I played this game, even though I was actually just playing it earlier today on the 3DS, but it's been a while since I actually played it, so I'm a little stale at the game. And you can also use knives or a dagger, whatever the hell you want to call it. Stab people in the face. As you can see there, look in the background, look at the graphics. You can see the poster kind of almost tearing off the wall when the wind's blowing. At the time, there wasn't really that many beat 'em up games like this, and there really isn't any now, so it's only a handful. This game right here pretty much stood out on the Sega Genesis. It was probably one of the most popular games at the time. Very, very good game. It does get difficult as you play on. But there is definitely a reason why this game is a classic. Graphics, the music, the gameplay, everything. And of course the enemies get tough. You have to pretty much execute your moves perfectly on the enemies or you will get hit. Overall, this game right here is definitely a classic on the Genesis, as you all know. It's very interesting to look back on these classic games, because they really don't release games like these anymore. A lot of games now, they're just way too drawn out and have too much cinematic crap in them. Back then, it was all about the gameplay, as you can see here. This is a perfect example right here.